Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you are doing good. And today we are going to continue first unit with a new topic, strategic management approach. In this strategic management approach, we have a few points. First of all, what do you mean by strategic management approach in human resource management in HR? They will be applying certain strategies in order to reach the organizational objectives and also as well as goal. But not only apply the strategy, we need to know how to use the strategy and where we have to apply this strategy in order to gain a actual profit. క్లియరా? ఏంటంటే ఈ స్ట్రాటజీస్ మన హెచ్ఆర్ వాళ్ళు అప్లై చేసేస్తారు మన ఇన్ ద కంపెనీస్. వై? బికాస్ ఇన్ కంపెనీ యొక్క ఆర్గనైజేషనల్ గోల్స్ కానీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ కానీ రీచ్ అవ్వడానికి అప్లై చేసినంత మాత్రమే లైక్ పుట్టింగ్ అ స్ట్రాటజీ ఇస్ నాట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. కానీ అండ్ ఆల్సో విత్ దట్ వీ నీడ్ టు నో where we have to apply this strategy, in which section, in which situation we need to apply this strategy also we need to know. That is the major element where the HR has to do. So in order to apply a apt strategy in an apt situation, we need to have a complete knowledge regarding the organizational situation as well as the competitive levels also. So let's go to the strategic management approach. How they are going to approach, what is the procedure is going to be involved in this. The first thing is we have three steps in the strategic management approach. The first one is formulation. Formulation. In this formulation, we have a few points. In this development of vision and mission and long-term objectives. So in this formulation, we have a first point, development of mission, vision and long-term objectives. In strategic management, they're going to put us some strategies in order to develop our mission. For example, I have a mission, I have a vision to reach that goal. So in order to reach that goal, what are the strategies I have to use? See, putting a goal is a not important thing, and also we have to achieve that goal within a time period. So in order to achieve that goal within a time period, we need to implement certain strategies. And also not only thinking about the strategies, but also we have to think that where we have to use this strategy, in which situation this strategy is applicable, and in which situation this strategy is going to suitable for that. So we have to think about this also. So strategies are being applied in the like vision and mission and also long-term objectives. And long-term objectives, every business will have a long-term objective. Why? Because nobody is going to enter into the business to continue their trade within a 2 days, within a month or within a 6 months. They want to continue and they want to have a continuous transaction for their business. So in order to have a continuous transaction, definitely they are going to keep a long-term objectives. For example, my long-term objectives. See, మీరు ఒక డిగ్రీలో జాయిన్ అయ్యారు, ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ జాయిన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒక 1 year చదివి వెళ్ళిపోదాం అనుకుంటున్నా. నో, యూ వాంట్ కంప్లీట్ డిగ్రీ సర్టిఫికేట్, గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ సర్టిఫికేట్ కావాలన్నప్పుడు what you are going to do, you are going to study for a 3 years and you are going to continue, you are going to write a 3 years exam and you are going to pass out, and at that time only you are going to get a graduate certificate. So this process will be having. So in order to reach all this process, you'll be having your long-term goals, no? To reach to complete a first year exams completely, second year exams completely, and finally a long-term goal, long-term goal, final year exams. So in the HR, in the company level also, they'll be having a long-term objectives. In order to reach a long-term objectives and in order to keep a successful long-term objectives, they will be giving a strategies. Strategy will be applied on the objectives also. Why? Because there is a huge competition is going on in the world. So every people is very smart enough to compete with each other. So in order to reach there, in order to face the challenges and the risk, we need to apply certain strategies like development of mission. For example, organization start avagane delki what is our mission, what is our vision, what is our objectives, what are the rules and regulations we are going to keep, how we are going to hire a employee, how we are going to recruit one person, what is the remuneration we are going to give, what are the technology we are going to use, what are the how we are capable enough to face the challenges. They are going to think all this and everything. They are going to keep one strategy. Clear, everybody? So this is the formulation. In this formulation, the strategies are applied in the development of mission, vision, and long-term objectives. And in this formulation, the second one is concept of internal and external, like SWOT analysis. So in this formulation, conduct of internal and external thing. See, the HR is going to think in internal aspects as well as in the external aspects also. See, in this one I have mentioned the SWOT analysis. Do you know what do you mean by SWOT analysis? SWOT. S, strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. So in the HR, in the company, the HR is going to think that what is our strength, what is our weakness, what is the opportunities we have, what are the threats we have. If he is going to analyze all these 4 aspects, definitely the company will be in a profitable way, not in a risk way. Why? Because if we observe, if we increase us, if we know what are the strength, and if you are going to utilize it in a proper manner, and if you are going to implement the strategies in that strength, definitely we are going to reach the organizational goals. And next one is the weakness. If you are going to observe on weakness and if you are going to and improve in that weakness only, definitely we are not going to commit any mistakes, any errors in the organizational works. And also opportunities, knowing the opportunities, how to increase a reputation of the company, how to face the challenges, how to develop our organization, what are the resources we have, what are the opportunities we have, how to use a complete utilization of the employees also will make a company to reach the targets and in a profitable manner. And last one is threats also. Knowing our strength, weakness and opportunities is important, as well as knowing our threats also is important. In which area, from which area we are going to get our threats. సో మనం ఒక ఏరియా నుంచి ఈ సర్టన్ ఏరియా నుంచి మనకు ప్రాబ్లం రాబోతుందని మనం ముందుగానే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేసుకున్నాం అనుకో, ఆ ముందుగానే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేసుకుంటే మనము ముందుగానే ఆ రిస్క్ని కానీ ఛాలెంజ్ కానీ ఫేస్ చేయడానికి మనం రెడీగా ఉంటాం ఇన్ అ మెంటల్ వే అండ్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ అ ఫినాన్షియల్ వే ఆల్సో. సడన్గా ఒక రిస్క్ వచ్చేసింది మనకు తెలియకుండా అంటే ఆ బ్రెయిన్ వోంట్ వర్క్. So if we plan, if we expect something, oh from this area we are going to get a problem. So before getting the problem only, we are going to sort out that problem, and we are not allowing, and we are not going to allow that problem to happen also. If you are going to expect our problems and risk and challenges. Clear ma? So analysis is very very important. In this SWOT analysis, we are going to keep our strategy in an apt way. So strength ఉంది కదా అని ఎట్లా పడితే అట్లా వాడుకోవడం కాదు. ఆపర్చునిటీస్ వస్తున్నాయి కదా, వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి కదా, ఎందుకు ఒక ఆపర్చునిటీస్ పోతే ఇంకొక ఆపర్చునిటీ ఉంది కదా. నో, దట్ వోంట్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్. ఎవ్రీ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ యూటిలైజ్డ్ in a complete manner, in a successful manner by giving a strategies, successful strategies. ఒక ప్లాన్, ఒక ఆపర్చునిటీస్ మనం కంప్లీట్గా యూటిలైజ్ చేసేసుకుంటేనే మనకి ఇంకో ఆపర్చునిటీ అనేది వచ్చేస్తుంది. Clear? And also whenever you are getting enough threats, whenever you are feeling a problem, whenever you are getting a risk and challenges and threats, definitely we are going to keep a certain strategies to reduce the risk and challenges. This is the second point of conduct of the internal external, and also they are going to think about, they are going to keep a strategies in the on employees also, how the employee is feeling, like whether how this, what is the like strength of this employee, what is the weakness of this employee, how to use this employee's strength, how to use this employee. From this employee we are getting opportunities. ఎట్లా సేమ్ ఒక సడన్ ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ నుంచి మనకు ఆపర్చునిటీస్ వస్తాయి, ఆయననే మన ఆర్గనైజేషన్లో వర్కింగ్, ఆయన నుంచి మనకి ఎట్లా ఆపర్చునిటీస్ వస్తాయని ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ ఉండొచ్చు. Why? Because if we have a strength to have an abundant skills, definitely he is going to put that skills in the organizational development, for development of organization. ఆయన అలా పెట్టడం వల్ల ఆయన ద్వారా మనకి ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అనేది కూడా రావచ్చు. This is the SWOT analysis ma. And next one is in this only we have a select a strategy. Select a strategy. Having a strategies, having a many strategy is not important, but also putting a strategy in an apt way for a suitable purpose, suitable situation, and for a suitable person only. See, we have 1,000 strategies in our mind for a problems, but our 1,000 problems, our 1,000 strategies నుంచి ఏ స్ట్రాటజీ ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్కి సూట్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనము థింక్ చేసి సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. 1,000 స్ట్రాటజీస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా అని 1,000 స్ట్రాటజీస్ తీసుకొని పోయి ఒక ప్రాబ్లం మీద పెడితే ఆ ప్రాబ్లం 1,000 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అవుతుంది. సో అగైన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ 10,000 స్ట్రాటజీస్ అగైన్. So not to happen that, we will set and select a strategy which is apt for the solution, which is going to sort out the problem. That is about the select a strategy. In the formulation what we have now, we have a development of vision, mission and long term objectives. Clear? So ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మన ప్లాన్స్ కానీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ కానీ గోల్స్ కానీ డెవలప్ చేసుకోవాలి, కొన్ని స్ట్రాటజీస్ యూజ్ చేసుకోండి. అండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ కండక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నల్ అండ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ అనాలిసిస్, like SWOT analysis, having a knowing internally and externally the strength and weakness and opportunities and threats is also important. And by this, in this also we are going to implement our strategies also. And last one is the selecting the strategy. Having many strategies is not important, but having a apt strategy for an apt solution, for an apt problem. So that strategy has to sort out the problem. It has to be like ఎట్లా ఉండాలన్నా strategy ఒక problem ని sort out చేసేలాగా ఉండాలి. Clear ma? This is about the formulation. And next step is we have a implementation. We have a second point now. Implementation. In this implementation, we have to allocate appropriate resources. So, formulation అయిపోయిందమ్మా ఇప్పుడు implementation. How we are going to implement a strategy in the organization. In this implementation, we have to allocate appropriate resources. We need to allocate certain resources for the employees. For example, ma. So, for example, allocate appropriate resources. ఏంటంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు మనము ఫ్రెషర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం హెచ్ఆర్ కంపెనీస్కి ఫ్రెషర్స్ వెళ్ళినప్పుడు వాట్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు give a training for the freshers. Nobody is going to allow any freshers to directly join into the work. They are going to train the person for a few months in order to get a knowledge, complete knowledge over the with what work he has to do. So appudu em chestaru, they are going to give one best trainer for them, and they are going to give a like system knowledge provided, and also they are going to give a library facilities. In the companies also you will have a like company library where you will find their own books to gain the knowledge over that work. So if they are going to allocate those resources, the fresher may gain a complete knowledge over the company's work and he can go through the work. సో ఈ రిసోర్సెస్ అనేది అవైలబుల్గా లేకపోయినట్లయితే ఫ్రెషర్ వెళ్ళి జాయిన్ అవ్వి డైరెక్ట్గా వెళ్ళి వర్క్ చేయగలుగుతామా? నో, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. సో దాట్స్ వై దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ to make it possible, they are going to have a certain resources allocated for the fresher. So like that only in the company also for employees they are going to provide a certain facilities to gain the knowledge. They are going to provide a library facilities where they can gain the knowledge and they can go through a work, and also according to the wish list of the employees the company has to provide. Why? Because if the employee is satisfied only, they are going to work. So in order to satisfy the employee, the company may not all, may some, they can provide some facilities which are convenient and which are like favorable to the employees. With that element, the employee may feel satisfied and he is going to give his 100% potential to achieve the organizational goals and objectives. So in this also they are giving a strategy. What strategy, ma'am? That in this strategy, what strategy they have kept? So they have kept the strategy to satisfy the employee by allocating a resources which he feel comfort and he feel work. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనము రిసోర్సెస్ అనేది ఎంప్లాయీస్కి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం వల్ల వాళ్ళు సాటిస్ఫై అయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, 100% పొటెన్షియల్ ఇచ్చేస్తున్నారు కంపెనీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అండ్ గోల్స్ రీచ్ అవ్వడానికి. సో ఇక్కడ మనం స్ట్రాటజీ యూజ్ చేసే వల్ల మన డైరెక్ట్ గోల్ మనం రీచ్ అవుతున్నాం యూజింగ్ మేకింగ్ అ కంప్లీట్ యూటిలైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎంప్లాయీ పొటెన్షియల్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ రీచింగ్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషనల్ గోల్స్ ఆల్సో. క్లియర్మా? ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము, ఒక స్ట్రాటజీ యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల బై ప్రొవైడింగ్ అప్రోప్రియేట్ రిసోర్సెస్ ఫర్ ద ఎంప్లాయీస్ we are going to make an employee satisfied. With that satisfaction he is going to give his complete potential, and also indirectly we are reaching our organizational goals also. Clear ma? And next one is execute the select strategy. See, as I said, now we have a 100 strategy. In this 100 strategy we are going to take only one strategy which is apt and suitable for the problem, and that strategy we are going to execute. అంటే ఏంటంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చినప్పుడు మనము అది ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేయాలనే స్ట్రాటజీ మనకి ఆల్రెడీ మైండ్లో ఉన్నాయి. వై బికాస్ we are having a complete knowledge regarding our organization as well as that problem. But having a strategy, 1,000 strategy is not enough. Like sorry, having 1,000 problems is not correct, but selecting the one strategy which is very very apt for that problem, which solve that problem, is very important. So that's why from that 100 strategy we are going to select one appropriate strategy to solve that problem. That is the, and also we are going to execute that దాని మీద మనము పని చేసేస్తున్నాం. Execute that strategy. Implementation దాంట్లో ఏంటంటే allocate the appropriate resources. Allocating the appropriate resources for the employees in order to make him satisfied, and also indirectly we are going to reach the organizational goals and objectives, and also execute the select strategy. After having a 100 strategy, from the 100 strategy we are going to filter out and we are going to select the best strategy in order to solve out that problem. Clear ma'am? This is about the implementation. And next we have a point of evaluation. Third point is now evaluation. In this evaluation we have a set control process. And next one is review and assess. Review and assess. Execution of strategy. And last we have take corrective actions where it is necessary. So the third point is my evaluation. In this evaluation we have a set control process. The another strategy is to control the employees. So why? Because without a controlling there won't be a proper systematic manner will be like systematic manner. Wait a minute. So here set a control process. Here we need to, the HR has to control the employees, because without controlling power, without putting a control strategy, there won't be a systematic manner. The systematic manner will be wiped. So that's why the strategy of controlling is being implemented in the organization, and with controlling only they can have a command over the employees. With command and over only they will obey the words of the head of the departments. And next one is review and assess the execution of the strategy. So after the executing, see in the previous we have said in the implementation, like executing the strategies, After executing the strategy also we have to review that, we have to revise that plan, whether this strategy has been implemented perfectly or not, how it is resulted, whether it is working on the employees, whether we are getting the result what we have expected. ఈ స్ట్రాటజీ పెట్టినందుకు మన ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ రిజల్ట్ మనకు వచ్చిందా లేదా, పెట్టినందుకు మనం ఏ రిజల్ట్ తోట అయితే పెట్టినామో అది మనం అచీవ్ చేసినామా లేదా అనేది రివైజ్ చేసుకోవాలమ్మా. రివైజ్ ద executed strategy. After executing the strategy we have to check that whether this strategy is working or not. If it works we are going to develop that strategy. If it is not working we are going to put we are going to implement another strategy in order to sort out that problem. And next one is take a corrective action where it is necessary. See, having a strategy is not important, but keeping a strategy in an apt situation is important. Taking the correct situation where it is necessary. For example, ఎప్పుడు యాక్సిడెంట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, యాక్సిడెంట్ అయినప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఇప్పుడు కరెక్ట్ సిచ్యువేషన్లో మీకు లైక్ యూ విల్ బి నోయింగ్, ఇప్పుడున్న సిచ్యువేషన్ యాక్సిడెంట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ, వీ హ్యావ్ టు కాల్ ద అంబులెన్స్ అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ ద పేషెంట్ టు గో టు ద హాస్పిటల్. బట్ అది చేయకుండా మనం వీడియోస్ చేసి ఫొటోస్ చేసి వాట్సాప్లో పెట్టడం అది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అమ్మా? నో, అది మనం ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి, హాస్పిటల్ తీసుకెళ్ళడం ఇంపార్టెంట్ రాదర్ దాన్ టేకింగ్ ద ఫొటోస్ అండ్ వీడియోస్. క్లియర్ అమ్మా ఇప్పుడున్న సిచ్యువేషన్ అని. సో ఇన్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్ we have to take a corrective decision to sort out that problem. We have to implement a correct strategies to sort out the problem and also to develop the organizational goals and objectives. In order to reach the organizational goals and objectives we need to apply a correct strategy and we need to implement those actions wherever it is necessary. Unnecessary things దగ్గర ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసేసి అది రిజల్ట్ రావట్లేదంటే it is our fault, not a strategy fault. Keeping, and because as we are keeping a strategy we need to know where we have to implement this strategy. Okay now clear ma? This is about today's class. The first one is formulation and next one is the implementation and the third one is evaluation. Clear on these points? And please do watch this video and if you have any doubts please let me know ma. And every day రోజు videos please చూడండి. Due to some technical issues I'm not coming for a live. సో ఈ రికార్డ్ మీకు ఇది కొంచెం మీకు బెనిఫిట్ అమ్మా. మీకు ఎప్పుడైతే అర్థం కాకపోయినట్లయితే ఈ వీడియో పాజ్ చేసుకోవడం కానీ బ్యాక్వర్డ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ కానీ మీరు ఈ ఆప్షన్ అనేది ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫేవరబుల్ టు యూ ఓన్లీ. ప్లీజ్ మా ఇది మీరు చూడండి. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ప్లీజ్ లెట్ మీ నో. And within again we have 2 more topics in the first unit and with that 2 topics we are going to complete our first unit. And after completion of first unit I am going to give the notes. Clear? Thank you for today. Take care.